Hello YouTube, that base again. A couple of things I want to talk about today. So a couple of different topics. First off, I got kind of bored today, so I took out Old Faithful. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. And I strung her up with some piccolo strings. Jeez. Anyway, I got a lot of practice to do with it before I get comfortable, because these strings are way different. The tension that these strings are under, man, is incredible. The neck tension. This nigga about to snap my neck. So, yeah, this gets up into the guitar range. And I'm not really used to playing that way since I'm just a bass player, you know. Getting up, fiddling up into the guitar range is kind of, well, for me, it's kind of out there. Whoa. That high. Yeah, so guitar range. I don't know, I might use it in the show, I might not. If I get comfortable enough with it, I might use it. But it brings a whole new feel to Old Faithful here. I didn't do anything else to it, I just slapped the strings on, you know. I know, you know that when you do this professionally, you're supposed to have a nut job done and all that stuff and have it all adjusted. I just do the damn things on here, you know. So, it's enough of that. It's enough of that noise. Now, one thing I want to talk about is take this off. Minimum wage. There's a minimum wage flap going on right about now. People are marching. They want a minimum wage hike, and I can understand that. You know, people want to make more money. Not a problem. What I can't believe is the amount of economically stupid people that we have marching. They think actually that $15 an hour will not affect the business. Au contraire. First of all, let me explain something to you. Working at Burger King or some other place that pays minimum wage is not supposed to be a job where you raise your family on. Okay? First of all, that's not what they're meant for. Those are your get it by jobs. Get you by jobs. Those are the jobs that your kids are supposed to work when they're 16 years old and they want to get out the house and make them a little school money or what have you. Or some kid that's working part-time, working their way through college. Because the college is paid for, they just needed some spending money. Or somebody who works it part-time to have extra Christmas money or something for the kids. It is not meant to live on, okay? If the only thing our people that are marching there can aspire to be is a freaking junior manager at McDonald's or whatever the heck, we're screwed. Okay? This is unbelievably. I can't believe people are this damn dumb. You know? And you can throw all the big words you want to at me, and you know all of the freaking statistics and big words you want at me. It's still dumb. It is not supposed to be a living wage job, and you can't tell me that paying more is going to help the business grow. Okay? It is going to cost people jobs. It is going to raise prices. Those are two constants that you can't get around. Okay? No matter what kind of fancy mumbo jumbo you throw at me, you can't get around those two things. It's going to cost jobs, and it's going to raise the price of the product, whatever it is that they are selling. Because, let me let you in on a little secret. People go into business to make money. And if they can't make money, there's no freaking business. They don't go into business to pay you a job, a wage, a living wage. That's not the reason why people go into business. Okay? They go into business to make money. Providing the service is basically secondary because you can't provide a service unless you're making money. Alright? So when you boil away all of the bullshit and all of the pretend facts, if they can't make a profit, there's no business. And the more you eat into that profit, the worse the business does. It's simple, people. Trying to kill the goose that laid the golden egg. You know, in a year or two, if you raise these rates up in a year or two, you're going to wonder why your kids can't get a summer job. You're going to wonder why you can't get a part-time job to get a little extra money in the house. It's because they're not going to hire you. Those jobs are not worth that amount of money. They're not worth the minimum wage that we're paying them right now. And you guys want a hike? Minimum wage now is what, $7.25 an hour? I can guarantee you that flipping burgers at McDonald's is not worth $7.25 an hour. I guarantee you it's not. Okay? You have to have pay commensurate with the work and the type of work you're doing. Economically speaking, it doesn't make sense to pay a person to flip burgers $15 an hour. Why? Because you cannot make that up in your product. Or whatever it is you're selling. You can't make that up without jacking the price up so high that nobody wants to buy it. Or laying off so many people that your quality control sucks and your product quality goes down the crapper, and you can't sell it because nobody wants to buy crap anymore. Meanwhile, the Chinese are importing more and more cheap goods that they're using slave labor to produce. You know, flooding the market with cheap goods, and our American goods, which are poorly made and cost way more, are going to suffer. sorry to go off on a rant like that, but that's the way it is. Take a business course. Take an economic course. Hell, count on your damn fingers. Shit. It ain't that damn hard. What was the next thing I wanted to talk about? Oh yeah. People BSing on the internet. You know, on YouTube, you can be whatever the heck you want to be. If you think you can tell a good enough lie and get people to believe it. But in the end, the only person that you hurt is yourself. Well, I take that back. You don't hurt you don't only hurt yourself. You hurt those that you fooled. Because people, there are good people out there who believe what you're telling them. And when you spin a lie, they're willing to help you out with cash and other things, gifts or what have you. Those people get hurt. Because when they get hurt, then they lose trust in everybody else. Then there's somebody that comes along with a genuine need or a genuine project, I should say. A genuine project. And this person may have thousands of subscribers, but can't raise the money to further that project. There are some people who actually make a living doing this stuff on YouTube. Not just chump change, they make a living. And long as they're not ripping people off, who the hell am I to tell a person how he can or he or she can make their living? Whether they do YouTube videos and product reviews or what have you. It's not my job to tell them they can't make a living, just because I see them making money. I don't understand. Some people, when they see somebody else making money, they get a little jealous. How come this fool's making money and I can't? That's the first thing that runs through their mind. Then the second thing that runs through their mind is the anger that comes along with the jealousy, and then they want to shoot that person down or they want to out that person, But I'm a boil it all down kind of guy. You boil away all the BS. Usually the first thought that went through that person's mind is, how come that fool's making money? Which, making money don't bother me. Lying and cheating, that bothers me. Why? Because it hurts gullible people. There's a lot of gullible people out here on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? There's been cases where people have committed suicide over Facebook beefs. These young impressionable school children who are watching these channels, and they get sucked into the personality of the person, and then all of a sudden they turn on them, and they start calling them names and outing them, and next thing you know, that person who already had a problem with self-esteem takes their own life. And everybody's wondering why. It's just people being people, Hell, you think it's rough on YouTube? You ought to try it. You ought to try coming up in the real world. It ain't that easy. Nowadays we can live in our glass houses. We don't have to go out and communicate with the world. We don't have to go out and face the world if we don't want to, unless we're going to and from work. But if you want to know how people really are, just go hang out on the corner sometime. Talk to people, watch people. And you'll find this YouTube stuff ain't nothing, man. It ain't really nothing. Like I said before, I don't begrudge a man or woman a living. You want to make your work. If a person makes their living on YouTube, doing YouTube videos, God bless. You know, hey, I wish I had the wherewithal to do all of that, because I'd do it too. You know, if I had the wherewithal to do it, why not? It's a legitimate living. All right, peoples. Love, peace, and hair grease. I'll catch you later. Yeah, damn, this video was long. A lot longer than I thought. Hey, you know what? Let me see if I can play something. Play it out. Alright, enough of that stuff. Man, this thing is hard to play.